tiger on the prowl. I'ma make it go wild. I'm original, and I told you so. I'm a kid in the candy store. Put the leather on the denim. I ain't the cure, I'm the venom. If you wanna find me, find the taillight. Something's coming in, you're gonna wanna take a red eye. It's time to go. It's time to go. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. I don't wait for nobody. I'ma sign my name on the dotty. City lights call my name, drawn to the flame, and I'm feeling kinda naughty. I hit the ground running, step out the door and I'm stunning. Better hold tight cause you know what's going down. I'm setting the pace cause this is my town. So get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink.
Hey everybody, what up Wednesday? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Wednesday. I feel a little, my camera's a little wonky. There, let's just do that and let's do this and let's do this. It's chaos. It's absolute chaos. Trying to watch this fascinating, bizarre game between GB and Germany men. I hope you're multitasking and you have the two screens going at the same time because that's how we do it. I know there's certain people with the NPUA have an NPUA meeting. There's some other sport playing, whatever, and then they've got this and they're like, how am I going to manage? Guess what? Many, many, many screens and many things. So I have the game still playing in a small window. Something huge happens, I'll have my eye on it. But I did watch the first 3 quarters. And what I'm hoping is that together today, if you had your eyes and still do have your eyes on this game, please do ask me a question because I have the ability to magically go back in time and have a look at what was happening. And I do have a couple clips that I want to show later. So sorry, I have like hair in my face. What's happening? Okay, I think we're good. So if you have been watching, you have questions, ask me and I'll see what I can do for it. We're also going to warm up a little bit for weekend watch party on a weekday for the FHu3T Yellow group. We're starting that for the women's match, which is going to be getting underway very shortly. I always underestimate how long games take these days. I keep thinking an hour and a half. Of course, I'll be ready to go at noon with my good friends. And then the game is still, you know, got a full bloody quarter to go. That's incorrect. That's very poor. So, yeah, we'll warm up for that. I've got a few clips from social media and I figure that'll be, you know, everything. That'll be all the things that we can possibly talk about. That's what I'm guessing. But, you know, as always, I'm going to go with the flow. I'm going to respond to the things that you're asking about. So if you're wondering what the heck this yellow thing is about, this watch party that we're going to be doing, well, let me tell you, friends, this is what it's about. The green membership at $3 a month is extremely appreciated. But if you want the mentoring with the watch parties, with team huddles, with all kinds of stuff. That is what you're looking for. The yellow membership, $17 a month. And yes, I don't think I've missed any other goals. And then there's a red membership for groups. So anyway, just call me. Let's talk. Okay. Do I seem as, yeah, this is crazy. I've never tried to do something like this. This is a very new experiment. So let me know what you think as things are going along. And I wanted the instrumental to be playing, and I just don't have it there. So, but as always, I would like to start off saying hi, because I want to know who's here and I want to know what you're all thinking. So, Mr. Lucio, did that show up? Oh, it did show up. Good. It is wonderful to see you again. Brother of Niels. Big fan. Aline's here. Good to see you. And Andy, thanks for coming by. The mod squad is in the house. Kat's here. Oh, all the mods are on board. It's lovely. Adam Swan's here. Great to see you. I have my nice glasses on my head. I do. Oh, that's too big. Sorry. Don't worry, it'll fluff down. Don't be alarmed. These glasses are perfect for the teleprompter distance. They're computer glasses. And then my other glasses, which are here somewhere, are better for using my phone. And I now have prescriptions for different tasks. Sucks. Yes, it's bizarre. So, Kat, I don't know if you caught that at the beginning, but with Germany having so many players who are being rested because they just came off their finals this weekend, which, by the way, I don't know if you saw any of the productions. I found it on Twitch. Yeah, I'm like that. I'm down with the kids. I'm on the Twitch. And there was Trops was the channel. And their production of the Bundesliga playoffs was unbelievable, you guys. It was absolute fire. 1080p, 70 or 60 frames per second. Bam! They had it nailed. We're lucky if we get 25 frames per second on some of these broadcasts. This might be 30. Watch Hockey, the production from Lee Valley here might be, because it looks pretty good. I don't see a lot of pixelating on the screen, but I mean, EHL at 25 frames per second. Friends, come on. Let's do that. Let's see. You're putting it on now. You weren't watching the game, Andy? I'm really shocking. And of course you're multitasking as well. It's a very bizarre game. Oh, it's now 5-3. Maybe I missed a goal. Hard to tell. And Germany is now bringing in their second keeper. Or maybe they pulled him off. I don't know. It's crazy. There's 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So there you go. Oh, Lucio. Yes, it's on the agenda. I have the scene primed up. Gopi. Yes, good to see you, friend. Doing good. I hope you're doing well too and hanging in there. I know we just sent over 300 ventilators from Canada, so I'm taking credit for this. We have not been doing well with anything, friends, with this whole pandemic. But at least we can send 300 ventilators over to India. So I hope you're hanging in there and you're doing okay. Andy, you've got 2 games this weekend with the Irish under-23s, spending the weekend with them. That sounds like fun. What are you going to do? Are you going to play Uno? That's what we used to always do at all the tournaments. Umpires playing Uno. That's a PAF thing, because we have the North Americans and the Caribbean umpires, and then we have the South American, Central American contingent. So there's a lot of Spanish, and even though English is the official language of the FIH and every umpire has to be able to speak it, we also recognize the privilege in being native English speakers. And so we like to play Uno, and then we have to play in Spanish, and everybody else gets to make fun of our terrible pronunciation of words. So That was some of my first exposure to Spanish, actually, was playing Uno at tournaments. Anyway, that was a great tangent. Andy, let's talk about this a little bit later. That would be good. Let's see. Oh, did I screw something up? Interesting. Mods, if you can check to see if there's anybody hanging out at the old stream, I could have messed something up. I've been moving from computer to computer this week, and so, oh, yes, I know what I did wrong. Sorry, everybody. If you can copy the link to this stream and put it in the other stream so that people come over. That'd be great. Yeah, Twitch. Yes, it's where all the gamers hang out. Gamers and musicians, DJs. Lots of DJs. I've watched some DJ shows there when I want some, some house music. Do. But there is a little bit of sports, and yeah, it's pretty good. Okay. Hi, Simon. Oh, this brings up a good, Simon. Sorry, I'm trying to get his topic up here. A lot of people don't know this. If they're watching, if you're able to watch hockey, if you're not geo-blocked, or if you haven't figured out what a VPN is yet, you don't have to watch on the Watch Hockey app. You can go to watch.hockey in your browser, and they have a full-fledged website. I don't know what alchemy they did at the beginning when they launched this app to tell everybody, this is how you watch the games. Like, F no. Nobody watches games on a tiny little screen like that. No. We want full, beautiful color, and we want to project, we want to airplay it onto our 42-inch TVs. We're not monsters. So mobile if you have to, but a lot of people don't know that. That being said, a lot of people have had trouble signing in. Their logins, for whatever reason, their logins don't work on watch.hockey in their browser, but I recommend emptying your cache and doing all those things and then trying again, because that's how I do it. Just saying. There you go. Cat love Duno. Okay. I'm gonna, is Rachel here? Is Lou here? Like, Andy's just doing, I love this. He's just doing roll call. Are all the regulars here? Hello, Rachel. Yeah. Oh, there she is. Okay. See? Sorry, everybody. I messed that up. My bad. Yeah. We've met, right? And Scott's here. You found the right place. I am really good at delaying until everybody gets here. That's me. There are a lot of fun Pro League games coming up. Yes, but not this weekend. So there's a whole bunch that were on the schedule that have been postponed that involve GB Argentina. So yeah, I've really struggled to keep up with the schedule, to be totally honest. I think a lot of people have. And that's just when we are in a global health crisis, as Charlie Broom called it. It was so nice not to hear the word. He just said, due to the global health crisis. He sounded very, very firm there. Yes, let's talk about geo-blocking. And let's talk about how information wants to be free, and how if you can support, you absolutely will with your money, and how geo-blocking sucks. I don't believe in it, to be honest. You're out and about and you were trying to talk to people. Hi, Lou. Sorry. I'm glad you're here. No, it's my fault, everybody, that people are late. Jane, I'm glad that you've made it here. Hashtag Keely things. No, absolutely. It wasn't just you. It was all me. It was all my fault. Okay, let's get into some things. Oh, but before I move, okay, I'm going to have to put the green thank yous onto next week because my graphic didn't work. But so all the green people I was planning on thanking this week, you're all going to get thanked next week. So Just letting you know. Yes, but I did have Mr. Maloney, field hockey discussion. I can't remember what his Facebook group is called. I'm never going to get it right, ever. I can't even explain why this is so hard. Just point the opposite way. He bought me a rosé last week. We had a chat after the stream, and we went through a couple of scenarios that he had questions on, and I was able to, help him out with some things, and, he bought me a rosé. So if that is something that you think is awesome, I think it's awesome because I really like rosé. That's where you can go. buymeacoffee.com/Keely because it's easier. And
Squirrel.
Yes, I think it's a little quiet. I might have to re-record it.
Squirrel.
I got it programmed in my Rodecaster Pro, so it's all good. And the announcements. Yes, thanks, Neil. Yes, Field Hockey Discussion Forum. So there you go. There are lots of places you can go on the internets to find clips and discussion. I just happen to really like the discussions that we have. I love you guys, and I think you're smart, and we have very constructive talks. So that's all I have to say for that. Okay, I think the game has just wrapped up, so maybe more people will pop in now because they're like, okay, that's over, and we have 42 minutes until the women's game kicks off. So I'm looking forward to it. Ollie's here. Ollie, you didn't message me to tell me how your weekend went and your assessment. Hello.
Squirrel.
Oops. I hope we can do some of this. So please, let's get some feedback. Let's hear it. If you don't mind sharing. If you don't want to share, and that's cool. Okay, Aline's got the scoop here. Red Lions against the Netherlands. The games are in Belgium and have not been postponed. The games are in. Oh yes. Okay, so you're talking about following weekends. You're absolutely right, Aline. It's just that this weekend there were supposed to be like 20 gajillion games, and 20 gajillion of them are not happening. But there is Hoofdklasse finals. I'm excited. Icons.com. If one of the mods wants to pop that in the chat with the full link, you always have to put the http:// in front of links so that people can click on them. But the mods can put clickable links. So if you can put the icons.com in there so that people know where to find it. I don't think it's geo-blocked. And if it is geo-blocked, then let's privately talk about how you don't have to be geo-blocked ever again in your life. Oh, jeez. Ooh. Sir. Because you did this. Oh, you got me all... Okay. So let's talk about a couple things that happened in the GB Germany game, other than like a gajillion goals. So many goals. I can't even, you guys. Yeah, it was not a defensive masterpiece whatsoever. And as a defender, I have to say that hurt me deep. Okay, everybody, let's play good defense all the time. But defense is so much about communication and timing and coordination. And those are the things that really I think you lose. And we don't talk about how many times the attackers mess up because they weren't on the same page. But you sure notice it when the defenders mess up because 42 seconds into the game, you've given up your first goal as GB. So there you go. But there were some interesting things, more so towards, well, actually there were things all the way throughout. We had a yellow card given to the captain of the German team at the beginning of the fourth quarter for too many players on the pitch. So they started the quarter with too many players, and then it took a long time for them to fix it. But the tech table were counting and recounting. And because of that, they got Martin's attention because Martin Madden was tableside, and he brought McHow in and explained it to him very carefully and very clearly. And then they had a lengthy discussion about how many players should be on the pitch at that particular moment. And it's like, well, you guys kind of messed up in the first place, so now you're going to criticize the umpires and the tech table and be like on them, like, you make sure we got the right number of players. It's like, how about you guys do your job? There you go. Anyway, so that was kind of an interesting occurrence. But let's go back to the first quarter when many goals were scored. And there was this interesting play.
Sanford bringing it forward, rolls it up to goal. Oh, nice little person. Sanford's continued his run. That.
Wow.
Oh, accidentally, on purpose perhaps, but Martin Madden deems it fit not to take any further action.
Oh, that's my slow-mo replay without music because I was doing it so quickly. So, your thoughts on that? Let me loop this. Loop video. And let's play the video again. Okay, but I'm going to mute it.
Forward, rolls it up to goal.
Oh, I thought it was
Oh, nice little
it.
person. Sanford's continued his run.
There we go. Okay. Let me know your thoughts on this one. We are at Q1, only about 8 minutes into the game. So it was very quick. If any of you have any general thoughts, again, throughout the game and that sort of thing, but please do let me know, or any particular incidences that you want me to look at. I can probably pull up things that happened in all the quarters except the last one. So for Finn, it happened outside. Okay, that's fair enough. Hi, Robert Barlow. What a pleasure to see you. So Finn says it kind of happened outside, and that's fair, absolutely. Ollie, it feels like a really good decision to you. The German player's eyes on the ball. Finn, you're new, and I like you. I would just like to say. Okay. Okay, Adam, tell me why you'd go straight to yellow here. Okay, now I know the player got brought down, but it's not a slide tackle. It's a trip. He tripped up his feet. And then as he's running on his feet, he falls over. If you can see when I do the zoom in replay, and sorry, the resolution isn't great. This is what I have to deal with. But you'll see it's the feet getting caught up here. And as he's falling, he starts putting his hand down, and then both players trip. Kat likes the decision. Soft whistle tone was useful to relax the situation. Players reacted well. Absolutely. Dangerous play outside, but definite card. Okay. Great input. And I think that the way that Martin decided he was going to manage it was that he was not going to do any kind of intervention. And I think I talked about this a couple of weeks ago when I said that if that's the way that you're going to go and something big, potentially big, had happened, but you don't want to send the signal to everybody that you aren't, you know, that you're not going to do something about it, but you're still not very happy about it, and you blow a really loud whistle, you're getting everybody keyed up for your reaction. And they will, all eyes will go to you. And then if you're like angry eyes, loud whistle, blah, 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 but you don't follow it up with a card, then players are going to say, where's the card? Right? So his whistle tone conveyed the decision and diffused everything right in the first place. That being said, I think that's a nice quick green. Right there. That is a breakdown tackle. He didn't mean to stop him. It wasn't, intentional, but it's just outside the 23. Kelkawinkadink. And not only that, but players know that they can't run across and into, like, right behind the line of attacking player. They know it's a high risk behavior. So we don't want to encourage players. Why isn't this working? Okay, we're not using that scene anymore. And we're not using this scene anymore either. Oh, you guys, I'm just having a great time today. Okay, hi. So that is a one of those reckless as to whether that's going to result in a breakdown. And I think that, yeah, you can go to a yellow for it, but Martin didn't do anything about it because it was so early in the game. And if that's what he's thinking, because it's first quarter, only 7 minutes have gone off the clock, he's not going to be jumping to a yellow, that's for sure. Even though he could scale back for another breakdown, potentially back down to a green. I did a workshop last week for Norfolk on the control elevator and talked about how you can manage that and how you can go from up to a yellow for something dangerous, back down to a green for something less serious and not dangerous. But it's not easy. It's difficult. And players, especially at lower levels, expect everything. Well, actually at every level, they do expect you to go lockstep and be like green, green, yellow, green, 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 green for two other things, yellow, 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 yellow. And it's all supposed to go nice and pretty like that. But that's not how life is. It just doesn't go that way. So to me, that's, I think in most games, that's, I think, the preferable decision, if I said it that way. And I'm not here to again, criticize Martin for the choice that he made there. I can understand that it's early and he doesn't want to overreact to anything. And there's the question of not stepping in too hard, too early really does come in for at that level. But I think it'd be, okay. Let's see what y'all have to say now that I've busted in on this. Let's see. For Neil's a green card, tripped feet, but pushes the player. And I think he's falling and he puts his hand out. And that did help take the player down for sure. Like, you're not wrong. But it's different for a player to be in a position of strength and to push off away from him. And then for a player to be like falling towards another and have his hand there because he doesn't want to land on him. So, Adam, from your video, it looks like dangerous play, but not be the video view. Yeah, and okay, let's go back to it as well so that I can look at where Martin is. He's in very good position. Okay. I would like him to be more inside, but he's in pretty good position. Let's put it that way. But he is quite in line with the play as it's coming at him. Okay, I'm getting janky here on the old stream. So it might, when you don't see the proximity of the defender running down the heels of the attacker, when you don't actually have that right in your eye line, you may look at it differently. And that may have also been a little bit of a, what you don't see, you don't think is quite as serious. So that might have been a part of that. Yes, he tripped, but he is responsible for his own body. You don't believe in the intent. But you're likely to trip when you're running that close to somebody on their heels. Like you're taking a risk. And we penalize the risk, we penalize the recklessness as well as intent. Okay, we've talked a lot about that word intent. And when somebody's like, yeah, I'm going to bust you up, of course, we're going to deal with that harshly. And that is more into the yellow card territory. But when it's just a reckless as to what the outcome of that play is going to be, that's still something we want to deal with, because we require, in the rules, we require players to be responsible for the safety of everybody on the pitch. Not just their own, but other people's safety. So Andy likes a yellow card there. Hey, this is my new friend, Greg. He is a third teamer from another sport, as I like to say. And he is listening in. I hope I'm not quite at my best today, Greg. I'm not going to lie. I've already had many technical mistakes, but thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. For Rachel from the slow-mo, it was a fall, but voice rather than card. Yeah, I think you're thinking about, this is a good management technique for other levels of play, the ones that we're not umpiring at. So when you're trying to educate as to with the standards that you're expecting from the players, using your voice there is a very good idea. Especially when you want to be patient with your interventions and you want to communicate more with players at that level. Now, those guys know, they know you want consequence or nothing. Okay. If it has an impact on the play, it's consequence. And so you're not warning in that situation. That's what I'd say. Cat, you can see why mine would think of a card, but in real time, it was good. Right. So if you're going to not card that, choose the quiet whistle to make it very clear, and then nobody has any cause to look back at you. So I understand. You might be jumping in too quickly, especially if you go to a yellow. I would say. Thomas, good to see you. Hi. The foul is the trip outside, not the hand after a green, and a free hit attack just sets the tone. Yeah. Like, I shouldn't just be like giving people props when they agree with me, but whatever. It's my show. I can say it like this. Oh, there's the membership link. Thank you very much. Okay. And now looking at it back. Okay. Thanks everybody for chiming in on this. I'm really enjoying this discussion. Okay. Or it could be, I think again, I don't want to be, I know people get really frustrated with the idea that if a foul is worthy of a card early in the game, it should also be worthy of a card later in the game. And I absolutely understand that. The cards that we apply, though, have to be done in the context of what impact does it have on the game. And something that happens at the end of the game is going to have more impact than something that happens early. Because you might be preserving a lead. I mean, at that point, you could say Germany broke down the play because they were preserving their 1-goal lead that they obtained 42 seconds into the game. But that's a tough argument to make in Q1. So what we're actually dealing with is what were the consequences there. And I don't think that the player is Samford. I don't think he had a clear line to the goal. So, you know, yeah, it was absolutely breakdown. It was reckless, but because it was reckless and not as much of an intentional, I feel the green. I feel the green inside me. There you go. Lucio thinks it's a green card. And look at that dog. So cute. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, there's a lot of E's in that alliteration, Rachel. That is most excellent. Educate, encourage, enforce with empathy. I like that very much. Ollie, great point about conveying the whistle tone for the right message. Oh, you're welcome. God. Oh, it's my Wednesday happy place. 25 minutes. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Yeah. And did I use the word impact? Of course I did. Okay. Here's the next clip that I pulled out. I was able to do these at the halftime. So let's have a look at this one. Two things I want you to focus on in this. First is the ball placement issue.
That's line here.
Okay, so hopefully we'll look at this a few times.
Barry just being asked to drop out. Great Britain certainly applying a very high press. Lovely skill. And again, there's another little trip. But here is the equaliser.
Great Britain put pressure on right from the outset, then a great run from Griffiths, and then it was all about Ansell. Took the ball to the air, took that left and right across his body, Look at this pass. Griffiths inside, goes to ground, sees the
So
ball.
we can't
Ansel
see
just
what
takes it up.
really
Here,
happens over
pops
there
it,
when he falls,
takes it
but
one way
safe
and
to
the
say
other
there was
over
some
the
kind of
goalkeeper's
foul.
shoulder. What a great bit of control and skill.
So I will let that loop a few times. Loop video. There we go. While you watch. So this is the first aspect, and this is important. So when a team is choosing to play a high press, they are entitled to set that press up reasonably and tight 5 meters away from where the ball is starting on that 15-meter free hit. So Shipperley handled it fairly well, I think, from a player. As a player he doesn't usually handle these things well, but he says, look, I want the ball out there because I want to be a tight 5. So he's communicating to Martin that he's like, this is what my intention is. And then he starts stepping up. So he doesn't just stand there and go, come on, umpire. He's, you know, he gives a little flex there and communicates his intention that that's what he wants to be able to do. And as the German starts to move the ball, he's like, well, okay. And then Madden steps in with the double whistle and gets the German defender to put the ball right on the 50-meter line. And that is that's an important response to make at that point. Don't just say, look, I'm happy with the 5 meters. If a team is not playing the tight high press and ball placement is not such a crucial issue, then it's up to you as to whether you really want to step into that moment or not. You might want to intervene early and just, hey guys, let's get that a little closer to the 15. Okay? Most players at this level understand that you're going to be more strict about that starting spot in this kind of situation. But you're not going to be, you're not going to say a word if it's a half court, that's for sure, right? So I hope you understand that, but getting in early and reading what the team's structure is going to be can help you be even more proactive in that situation. Get in there sooner and prevent little delays like that we don't want to see in a fast flowing game. So well done there. And I'm glad that response was made. That was really good. And then, of course, damn, that double advantage goal. Friends, please, I'm just going to take another moment. And I'm going to turn the sound back on because I just want to experience it again. Okay.
Drop out.
Turnover.
Certainly
Turnover at the 23, always
Lovely
dangerous.
Again, there's another little trip. But here is the equaliser.
Beautiful signaling from Martin. Okay, he's making it very clear. Arena umpiring. Everybody knows what's going on.
Look at this pass. Griffiths inside, goes to ground.
I think it might have been a stick under his foot.
Just takes it up here.
And then there's the second little
one way than the other, and over
clicker
the
there, 28.
What a great bit of control and skill.
Okay, beautifully done. Okay, and that when you're able to pull off an advantage like that early in a game, it's awesome because it really sets the tone for you as an umpire for the rest of the game. You feel confident. The players have a lot of reason to trust you, and it's good. So that is an example of reading ahead, seeing the opportunities, seeing that there was a lot of space in front of the ball carrier and how vulnerable Germany was on that turnover. Okay, so that's very situational. The ball suddenly, that passing sequence, they're trying to outlet and it got intercepted and boom, it turns around and you've got the situation where more of the German team has got trapped where they don't want to be. So very well done. Okay, and I see a lot of agreements. Oh, Finn, you might be German. Oh, there you go. Oh, who doesn't want a pet dog? Okay. It's a 16, not a 21. I don't know what those numbers mean. I'd say it's a 15, not a 20. Look, I know I'm a pedant. I know, but it's important, okay? I feel it's important to communicate with the actual words that are in the rule because those are the words that get translated in different languages. So when people who don't speak English as their first language are translating and are forced to translate out of our rule book, the least we can do is not make up words, extra words that they have to translate. I think it's just polite. That's me. Very good umpiring, very good umpiring. Yes, Jane and Ollie. Yep, fantastic. Like both of them, the two aces, right? And the signaling makes it. So if you are struggling with signaling your advantages, look at that picture and feel, like really internalize how good that feels when you watch that. Think, oh, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing in my game. Okay. Get that feeling, because it's pretty rare we can really internalize that kind of emotion, be able to express it on the pitch. So get your finger out and signal your advantage. I don't know who AFend1 is, but welcome and agree. Agree to agree. Great management of the 16, says Rachel. Absolutely. Absolutely, Niels. And a loud shout of play. Yes. Thank you, Andy. So yes, Martin used his voice as well. Okay. And double shot. Everybody on the bench, and the bench is behind him. He's tech side, right? So the bench is back there, and you might have a signal art and you might not see it, but I bet you any money that the bench has heard what he was yelling. And oh, I can't remember the new goalkeeper's name from, I think it's Ollie. It's Ollie's Nevins. Anyway, the goalkeeper at the other end would have heard. So there's no shouts coming out for, hey, hey. No, the shout is coming from the umpire. And his timing is so good in picking it that none of that happens. So beautiful. Yes, very important from the full press. Fantastic advantage. To be fair, he's pretty good. Yes. And, okay. He might be coming on umpire at home. Might. Okay, might. And he asked them to keep playing. Absolutely. Gopi, I observe his body language and verbal communication on the place in the 15, and wow, what an advantage. Yes. Big presence. He commands a lot of respect. He is a police officer. Constable, maybe? I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe. And there you go. Yes, technically it's 14.96, but even I'm not that picky. Even me. But if he doesn't score that goal after the advantage, giving a team a penalty corner isn't giving them a goal. It's giving them the opportunity to score the goal. So that player has to do that player's job, and they have to put the ball in the net. And if they don't, it's just as if they missed on the penalty corner, or a great save was made, or whatever. Ollie Payne. Right. Okay. Oh, that's why the name popped in. Thank you. Oh, 14.63. Yeah, I thought you had a couple of millimeters wrong there. But I wasn't going to bust. James, I told someone in an over 45s game to take the hit on the 23-meter line. They took it 2 meters inside and told me I was an idiot for not knowing it's a 25 meter. Sorry. I need a very special sound effect for this one. It has to happen. Oops. There's that, but also, tell me more, player. Tell me more. Holy smokes, friends. That is hilarious. I enjoy stories from the field. They're very good. Yes. I know. You have to watch as an umpire, not as a player, Finn. And that way you keep your head about you. So those were the two clips that I popped out from the game. But there were lots. It was very interesting. So I'm looking forward to the women's game to see what kind of things are going to be happening. Germany women have played quite a few more games than the GB women have, who haven't played since they were in Belgium in November. Was it November? They snuck in a couple Pro League games then, but they haven't played since then, except for the Irish friendlies or tests. I don't know if they were full-fledged caps or not. I don't think the ones in Ireland were, but there you go. I think they can just sit there in their own shame. I think if you laugh at them uproarious, no, sorry, no. Reset. Come on, let's be professional about this. After you chortle back your laughter, you put back your professional face on, you say, thank you. I'd be happy to discuss this rule with you after the game. And you can go that way with it. Okay, we have 15 minutes left until the women's game, which, yeah, I'm really not sure what to expect, but I'm really excited to see my good friend Hannah, the Colonel, as I call her. Her maiden name was Sanders, so now you know why I call her the Colonel. And so Hannah and Sarah Wilson are going to be up, so it's going to be great. I'm so excited to see two people that I really enjoy on the pitch. Sarah Wilson was on an Umpire at Home, so if you want to see more of Sarah Wilson, go to Umpire at Home FHumpires.com/Wilson. And that'll take you straight to her episode, and you can uncover all of the great things, because she has a fantastic way of explaining her games. She led us through the Pro League final that she umpired in 2019 that I had the privilege of sitting in the stands to watch. And it was a fantastic game, and she and Lorena were amazing. So that's well worth the watch if you're looking for something to kill some time with this weekend. This week. Who knows? Okay, so I've got a couple more scenarios I want to go through with you quickly in 12 minutes. I can do this, right? Okay. Here was one that Kat brought to my attention, and I'd love to hear what you have to say about this, because she was concerned, I believe, about the player, the defender who ends up tumbling to the ground, who clearly thinks there's some grief, there's some aggrievedness, aggression. I'm just going to make up words. He is certainly aggrieved at this point as he puts his hands up. Look at me on the turf. So let me know what you think about this play. And there you go. Okay, those were uncapped. Good to know. Thanks. I'll keep playing these and I'll just go through a couple of the comments. Jade. Okay, what? The 45-second PC limit, it's 40 seconds, by the way, didn't count as the clock was stopped. I'm not sure exactly which situation that was, so I'll have to go back through it. Maybe we can chat afterwards. But yes, if the time has been stopped because there's a video referral or an injury or something like that, the 40-second clock doesn't start to count down. So you can't enforce a 40-second limit. You're just supposed to get them going as quickly as you possibly can. But I'll go and look at the situation if you can tell me exactly what happened, and we'll text. And you're going to put dinner on. Cool. There you go. There's the link. Yeah, but it depends if the clock is stopped and then something happens, like a video referral or a consultation or, you know, something like that. Okay, a grievance. Thank you. Thank you, Ollie. I mean, I meant something intelligent there. Scott, the defender was in a good position and probably ready to play, so you can see how he's barged away. Scott, describe how good his position was for me and why that's good position. Because both players have pointed the same direction. So unless that white defender is defending the same goal as the blue attacker is, curious. Rachel looks to you like he ran across and lost out for his actions. Finn, let's go. I have high hopes for this. The defender doesn't play the ball. He just blocks the weight. I need to give out prizes or something, because... Nailed it. Andy, he was shoved first before shoving the other guy. There was shoving. Thomas, exactly how I defend. Hope the defender calls a physical foul and not the fact the defender obstructs. I like your style, Thomas. That would be probably how I've defended all my life. Mr. Barlow, the defender, ran across the forward obstruction. Good goal. Look at where the defender's stick is. Okay, remember the golden rule. Players coming into contact, who do you look at? Don't look at the fancy pants attacker. Look at the defender. What is the defender doing? What attempt are they making at the ball? Where's their stick going? Dude's stick never even goes towards the ball. Not even close. He's simply running in the way. There is nothing about defending happening there. He is literally running into the line of the attacker. And just because the attacker happened to be super strong, balanced, and very skillful, sir, well played. There you go. For Tomas, play on, great goal, no decision needed. A little hard to see where the ball is through it all. Yeah, but you can see a stick, I think. James, I hope you're right. Ollie, I think the 40-second wasn't in play, but Martin just wanted the game moving. Yeah, we're supposed to get the players moving as fast as possible, even if the 40-second clock can't be started. Frustration from the defenders. Yeah, there you go. Good isn't a good word to use. Yes, exactly, Scott. You saw it. That's exactly what I want to hear. Okay, good work. Okay. Oh, the sound's still going on that one. Okay. A lot of you saw this one as well on the Facebooks. This is a game I found out, this was Queensland and Victoria probably from Australia, but USA Field Hockey decided to put it up because everybody wants to get in the action of putting up scenarios and not giving feedback. That's what I have to say to that. So hopefully you can see what's going on. I'm turning off the sound now. But the shootout attacker takes 1 or 2 steps, and on probably the second step, steps on the ball and kicks it behind her. And it goes well behind the 23. Let's hear from you. I want to know. Finn? Come on, buddy. Okay, just back to the last one. Jane, your only concern is the attacker brought a stick around the play, but yes, defender just... Yep, fair enough. Yeah, and that's... The stick over the head is a tricky one, right? Because it's literally in the rules. I can see why people want to call that as a foul, but given the situation, was there a better way for the attacker to be able to handle that? Not in being able to stay on his feet, I don't think. I think the reason that he was able to stay was that he didn't get a stick caught into the defender's body who was running across him. So I can see why he did that. It's like a race. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. James. Is this James Taylor? If this is James Taylor, sir, first of all, we have to talk about what GMT is. And second of all, you're hilarious. So. Squirrel. I'm trying to find, oh, no, I got the wrong sound effects, but I love it. Thank you, James. I enjoyed that. Shootout over. Ollie, you have no idea what you would do. A lot of people have said that. A lot of people have said that. Okay. Rachel, great question. Don't know enough about the regs for this. Does the ball have to stay in the 23? No, it does not. If the ball leaves the 23, that is not one of the conditions that ends a shootout. Great question, Rachel, and I'm so glad you thought of that because that is what you need to know. Lou, I think you've seen my comment as well. Keep playing until the shootout expires. until the time expires. If the ball, okay, same question, Thomas, perfect. Foul by the attacker, the shootout over. Okay, so here's the question I have for you who, for those of you whose first instinct would be to blow the free hit here. If this were free play and you had an attacker and the nearest defender was 23 meters away from them at the time that the ball went off their foot, would you blow your whistle? Just in the regular course of the game. Would you blow your whistle? No, you wouldn't. Nobody is disadvantaged except the attacker. A foul has to be an event, a breach of the rules that disadvantages the defenders, the opposition. Just let the play continue. She's not going to be able to catch the ball in 8 seconds and bring it back into the circle. Absolutely, okay? It's in effect over. But in case that ball hasn't gone as far, you just let play continue because that goalkeeper is not disadvantaged. She's going, yes, yes. Exactly. Yeah. Yes, under the regs. But if the regulations are varied for a particular competition, or if a particular jurisdiction doesn't care, they usually don't keep them that far back, actually. Actually, I'm going to have to look exactly where it states, because I'm pretty sure in most FIH competitions, I don't even see them at the 50. I see them kind of in between the two, because it just doesn't matter, usually, because that doesn't happen very often. There you go. No advantage gained. Just wasted the striker's time. Yes, Scott, excellent. In that case, play on. Yep. Exactly. Good job, Ollie. Sorry. I don't mean to be aggressive. I'm just listening. I just want you to know you have my full attention. What would happen if it hit one of the opposition standing in the middle of the pitch? Okay, so that is absolutely one of the reasons why there are regulations that require players to be standing behind the 23, behind the half. So in a penalty stroke, all the other players have to be behind the 23-meter line. Fact check me, folks. I'm feeling a little shaky on that one. So, yeah, that's what I do. Ooh, we don't have much time left. Let me get through the last comments here. Fair point, Simon says, haha.
Squirrel.
Let's see. But you can't let the penalty continue if there are players in the way. This is the first time I've ever seen a shootout where a ball could have hit a group of players. Like, it just doesn't happen. A teammate pass. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, come on, Andy. You know that that is not allowed to happen. This is not a team attacking. It is a 1v1. Yeah. Very rare to play on. Okay. There you go. And there's no play on from a stroke anyways. Oh my gosh, somebody DM'd me and said that in their under 18 competition they saw it was a penalty stroke and the goalkeeper makes a save, bats it back to the attacker bats it back on goal, goalkeeper makes another save, attacker puts it in the goal. Good goal? What? 13.7, friends. Are you kidding me? 13.7J. And I don't even remember that because I just told her. Not because I have the rules memorized. We've talked about this. Okay. It was great to see you, Ollie. Yeah, I know. I've got to go. It's 101. Okay. So we're gonna get to Niels's really tough question next week that I obviously don't want to answer. and more of your social media situations. So please do keep sending them on. And I appreciate you sticking around with me for an hour. Sorry it was rushed, and I'm sorry I led you to the wrong YouTube page as you go. But we all got here in the end, and it was a real pleasure to have you as always. So make sure that you tune in and you watch as many of these Pro League games as possible. We need to support our sport. So please do tune in if you can. If you don't know how, because you are geo-blocked, send me a DM. Just saying. I'm just saying I have direct messages. They are open. I can talk. Okay. 0.7 outside the 23 and 10 meters from the spot. Okay, so they're okay being where they are. You're back to the shootout spot. Okay. Any quick advice on how you can watch the game? Okay. Scott, you haven't got any subscriptions or anything. Watch.hockey plus VPN. All the best. Thanks, Rachel. It was great to have you. Good to have you, Lucio. Thank you. I hope I'm saying your name properly. And that'll be it. Have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday, rest of your week. Please